Yes, that's a separate question. So your question is, there are Puranas, which is informal education system, well and good. There's Vedas, original teaching. Are Puranic stories are real? Are there Puranic gods? See, Puranic stories are not real, but stories are depicting the reality. Reality, a principle of Vedas, is told in the form of stories. So the question is, the story is real, stories are not real, but stories are a very clear depiction of reality. Now, in Puranic stories, there are devatas, there are different level of beings. Are they real? Right? There are 14 lokas: Boloka, Bhuvarloka, Suvarloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, Satyaloka, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasatala, Patala, Mahatala. There are different level of beings. They are there. Now, Puranic gods, concept of Puranic gods, devatas, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Ramana Maharshi was asked this question. Okay, are there devatas? Are there people? Are there Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara? He gave one line answer. They are as real as you are. Means what? See, no. When I consider myself as body, okay, Ramana Maharshi, when you consider yourself body, we live with a body consciousness. The devatas, universal principles, appear as bodies. Okay. Then Indra, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara are persons, because you have a personality. You are looking, see what happens is, our image is superimposed on somebody else in the principle. For example, if I pinch my hand, is there pain for me? How do you know? No. If I pinch my hand, there's pain, because if you pinch your hand, you feel pain. So your pain experience, you are superimposed on me. Then only you can understand. Suppose you didn't have a pain when you pinch, you'll never be able to understand my pain. Right? There are many criminals in the world, right? They do torture and all, because they themselves can't experience it in some way. Understand? Huh?
No empathy.
No empathy is possible because they can't experience it. Right? Our experience is superimposed on the world. Our experience that we are human beings. So in that way, our vision and our understanding of life is superimposed on the principles which are formless. So when you superimpose it, because you are real as a human being, they are also as real as a persons. Correct? So now the experience happens at multiple levels. At the body level, at the energy level, at the mind level, and at the intellect level, at the consciousness level. When you stand, when you means one who wants to explain the standard physical level, devatas are persons. Okay, his vision is a persons, because you are a body. When you stand as a mind, when you stand as the energy, devatas are energy forms. They appear and disappear. When you stand as the intellect, devatas are nothing but ideas, tattvas. Right? So Vedavyasa Maharshi saw the human beings being intensely body conscious. So then in his vision, for body conscious beings, devata forms which will help, he gave. So that's why it's not a human mind which is created devata form. It's in his vision. He saw. So a vision, you can say, is more like a prototype in the universe, a cosmic prototype. The cosmic prototype he experienced in the form of devatas. Are there so many lokas? Definitely so many lokas are there. As long as you feel you are a body, as long as you feel mind. Okay. The moment you become conscious, there are no lokas, there's no world, everything is mithya. Does it answer your question? For example, let's take Ganesha form. Ganesha has a very special form. Ear, eyes, and all, right? Somebody out of this imagination created. See, anything which is created out of human imagination will not last 10 years. Over 10 years, it will be over. It will be wiped out. Okay. The human mind creation doesn't last long in the universe. So, but Ganesha, Shiva, they may be there 10,000 years. There are many parts of the world, the Shiva statue is there. Rama is there. Which means it's deep in human consciousness, not a superficial thing. It's not imagination. So that has come from universal consciousness for what is required for upliftment of human beings. In that sense, there are universal prototypes appear as images. That's why even 10,000 years, that image has a value. Otherwise, it will disappear.
I go ahead.
So does it mean Vedas created the depiction of these gods?
Vedavasa didn't create. Vedavasa, the principles of Vedas, when he meditated, it appeared in the form of these devatas, which can be communicated to. It's not a creation. Creation means ego-based. Appearance means universal consciousness. See? If it's a human mind creation, nothing will last. See, you take the best movie songs, best movie films. It won't even last 3 years. It will fade away from human memory. Whereas these symbols, Shiva, Ganesha, it's there all over the world. Anywhere in the world, you excave, it will be there. So they are actually not just a human mind creation in that sense. It's like universal cosmic prototypes.
And you said some form of that person is suppose if we start going and exploring the space and universe and galaxies, will we find
Yes, sir. See, he is asking.
Because we are right now in the body.
See, you are asking.
Maybe in some galaxies, some
the question is, these devatas are in some loka, some world in the galaxy.
Are they called aliens which visit Earth?
See, the loka in Sanskrit is different from the world in English. The loka is an experiential domain. The experiential Ganesha consciousness comes from Ganesha loka. It's an experiential domain. So at certain level of your evolution, if you are tuned to that frequency, the Ganesha will appear where you are. The Devata will appear to you when your mind is in that frequency.
So
it is like we actually tend to associate beings in a loka. Loka means we look for a physical place. The loka in Sanskrit means a domain of experience. It can happen when you are here. Okay, first thing. Second thing is, in your physical domain, if you are doing chanting of Rama, Krishna, or Devata, that Devata will appear in front of you in the physical world, physical plane, in the form described in these Puranas, provided you are body conscious. If you are energy consciousness, you will experience the energy form. If you are intellect, if you are identifying intellect, these devatas will appear in the form of tattvas, principles. Different way they appear, depending on your level of evolution. So now they appear, then you will say Ganesha appeared to you. That means your consciousness at the Ganesha loka, at the physical level. So now what will happen after that? After you die, your physical body is gone. Your subtle body. Subtle body will have a covering which will make you suitable for that particular loka. You cannot go to another loka, another subtle domain, in the physical body, because physical body, if you go there, you can't find anything. At a certain frequency and energy body you require to see the beings in that planet. That's why after death, you will acquire a body which is suitable for experiencing that particular devata in that loka. That time, when you go there, the devatas will appear as solid beings. But if somebody else goes with the gross body, he can't see that.
So you are saying that when they exist in universe, whether in this universe or in some other universe, but like they do exist because like the body, when it acquires that vehicle, can go into that domain. Or can I say it like this? I will just load the question. Or is just saying that whatever we want to see, it manifests in the world. Should we say for first like can we acquire the vehicle and then go into that body? If we have that particular characteristics and it is in some other loka, which may not be at this physical local level, but some other level.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Or is it saying that just if we have if we want, then we can manifest?
See,
that,
your concept of aliens, where you take a space shuttle and go to some other loka, can you meet these devatas? You can meet beings. So beings, because to meet a beings of another loka, you'll meet a being of devata. You're in the same plane of existence. At the physical plane, you can meet physical beings. So these devatas or beings are higher energy plane. You cannot meet them because in your physical vision, they can't see. Even they may be standing here, you can't see them because they are energy forms. So to see these energy forms, either they have to show to you, they have to appear to you, right? They have to reduce their frequency and appear to you, or you have to acquire their frequency to go there. So that's why our Puranas say, if you have done a upasana of a devata and devata is pleased, after death your physical form will go and you'll get an energy form which they get to that particular loka. Okay. In the ultimate reality, all these are mithya, unreal. But until it's all satya, all these lokas, all these devatas, all these beings are real. That's why Ramana Maharshi said, they are as real as you are. Then he said, ask who you are. Become free from this. So does it answer your question completely or not?
No, it answers that. They are at a physical energy level.
They are different
frequency level. And yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
All right.
You wanted to answer.
To understand subtle body, is it fair to understand it in Atma, covered with a layer of your karmic impression of punya and papa? Is it fair definition?
Atma cannot be covered as such. Atma is all pervading.
Or Jivatma, whatever this is, that's the one which transmigrates to a different life.
Correct. So, what exactly is the, so this question close? Can we? Is there anything question related to this?
I wanted
On the same question or different question?
Shiva.
Okay.
Which is the.
So related to this question, we worship Shiva. The Shiva is worshipped in two forms. Shiva is worshipped as Shiva Linga, and Shiva is worshipped as Shiva Yogi. There are two forms Shiva is worshipped. Shiva Linga represents a principle of Prakriti and Purusha. Okay, Tattva. The upper portion of Shiva Linga represents formless aspect of Purusha. The lower part of Pita of that represents feminine part, Prakriti. So entire creation is Purusha and Prakriti, or in Chinese and other language, yin and yang, masculine and feminine. So that is represented by Purusha and Prakriti, Shivalinga. So Shiva is worshipped as Shivalinga. Now, was there a person called Shiva Yogi who lived in Kailasa? There was a yogi who lived in Kailasa. He is called Adi Yogi. He is a human being who attained Shiva consciousness, of formless consciousness, realized formless aspect of Shiva. And he was a great teacher. He taught many people. The Nandinatha, Nandi is symbolized as a bull. So Nandinatha was a disciple of Shiva. So Nandinatha of Shiva, Nandinatha, he took teaching of Shiva and taught it in Sri Lanka. So there was a person called Shiva who as a yogi was master of Yoga Shastra, Agama, and he created a lot of variety of teaching systems from the Kailas and Himalayan region. So that person is treated as Shiva Yogi. Now, who is a Shiva Yogi? Okay. One who is tuned to consciousness to Shiva is called Shiva Yogi. Somebody realizes his Atma is Shiva, is called Shiva Yogi. So in that sense, you can also be Shiva. You can also be that yogi. He represents you, your prototype. Okay? When you realize, Nan embudu, Nanalla, Ideha, Manabuddhi, Nanalla, Sachidanandatma, Shivanan Nani, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. When you realize you are not the body, mind, intellect, you are pure consciousness, formless consciousness, Shiva, then you are a Shiva yogi. So there's not necessarily one Shiva yogi. He is Adi Shiva yogi, first turn. After many Shiva yogis have come. So that way, he was a real person, real yogi who lived in Shivalayas. So what is the question now?
Okay, and he had a wife like.
Yeah, he had a wife like here, he had a family, Parvati, and they had a
like Ganesha and all.
Yeah, they had children, but names maybe names may there, but they are real beings who lived on Kailas Parvat area. Because even today, Shiva's teaching taken by Nandinatha is taught in Sri Lanka. No, see what happens is that Shiva yogi, we must be speaking about 10,000 years or 12,000 year old, maybe 25,000 years old. I don't know. So now in 25,000, 10 to 25,000 years, something happened historically that will be communicated in the form of stories, images, pictures. So Shiva riding a bull represents dharma. He lived, bull is dharma. The symbol in Shiva's head, Chandramauli, moon on the Shiva's head. The moon represents a yogic symbol. There's a chakra here, Bindu chakra. So that represents moon. Moon also represents mind. Shiva's neck, there is a serpent. So the serpent represents ego. Like that, symbology is used to communicate the characteristic of the yogi over 5,000, 10,000 years. You have to tell characteristic of the yogi. The characteristic of the person, you can tell in two languages. One is verbal or graphical. So graphical language, Shiva's characteristics are communicated through the symbology. Right? So communication can happen in many ways now. For example, if you go to a danger site, there will be skull picture will be put. Skull with this thing to show its danger. It's a graphical communication. If you write danger, you don't know who will read it. English people don't know. But picture, if you see, they'll understand also this danger. So pictorial language will last over a longer period of time. That's why pictorial language, graphical language is used for communication purpose.
Was against like Ravana is said to be a great bhakta of Shiva, right? So were they really, and Ravan and Ram, we consider them as real people, right? On the
Yeah.
So when he was he a devotee of Adi Yogi or was he a devotee of Shakti called Shiva? Means like the energy called Shiva. Or the consciousness called Shiva.
No. It appears that Ravana is the question of Ravana and Rama and Shiva. Okay. So now, was Ravana real? Ravana as a person, Rama as a person. All our Puranic stories, we have to understand three dimensions: Adi Bhautika, Adi Devika, Adhyatmika. A physical, metaphysical, and spiritual level. So Ravana was in the physical plane. In Sri Lanka, there's a place called Anuradhapura, which is the capital of Ravana. So Sri Lanka, if you go, they show you the place Anuradhapura where Ravana lived. His palace was there, probably destroyed. And there's a place in this thing where Ravana kept Sita, captured. It's called that Vana. What is that? Ashoka Vana. So historical place as per Sri Lanka. Similarly, Rama's journey from Ayodhya all the way to Sri Lanka, what is mentioned in Ramayana, every single place is there. physically. So in that sense, Ramayana and Ravana, they were there in the physical plane. They were there. They are historical figures in that sense. It may require more research by historians, but they were there physically. Now, Rama also worshipped Shiva. The place in Rameshwara in South Canada, South India, Rama established Shiva Linga and did a puja. Okay. So Rama worshipped Shiva with the Shiva Linga. Ravana also worshipped Shiva. Ravana worshipped Kailasa, and Kailas Parvata, he meditated on Shiva. Now he meditated on a form of Shiva or Adi Yogi, we don't know. Whether Adi Yogi lived that many years. Definitely, Ravana worshipped Shiva and got blessings from Shiva. Okay. Now I'm not sure whether it's the person who he worshipped or the consciousness he worshipped and manifested the consciousness. I don't know. I'm not clear. But Rama definitely, when he worshipped Shiva, he worshipped in the form of Shiva Linga. So then another trick is here. Another subtle aspect is here. Shiva Yogi lived there, and Shiva Yogi may have disappeared from the world. But at any point of time, if somebody worships Shiva in the form of Shiva Yogi, from universal consciousness, that Shiva Yogi will appear. Like this happens to any masters. Say, for example, I have a great master, realized master. So now realized master left body. He is merged with the universal consciousness. Now, if I pray to the universal master, okay, that universal master will appear. It's not the same guy. Universal consciousness will produce the universal master in that form. It is not the same person. It's the appearance of that person from the universal consciousness. Because that person, whoever is there, is merged with the universal consciousness. Now Ishvara will appear in that form. So I'm not clear whether Ravana appeared worshipped to Adi Yogi or Adi Yogi appeared to him because of Ishvara. Right. So what is the question?
No, you're just saying, right? Rama worshipped in Rameshwaram.
See, here in Gokarna, there is Atma Linga. Okay. Atma means self. Atma Linga means what? Linga means indicator. Atma what indicates Atma Linga? Atma is there. The linga of that, indicator of that. There's no indicator for Atma. Atma is formless. Indicator for Atma Linga is subtle body, Sukshma Sharira. So in Sukshma Sharira, the Atma is reflected, consciousness. Right? So Ravana somewhere got that Atma Linga or subtle body or Linga which is infused with consciousness that brought to Gokarna. Okay.
Shivoham. Are you referring to Shiva? This Shiva or Shiva?
Formless. Shivoham is formless. Yes, that's done. What about you? In the same or different? Okay, we'll close this question. See, in you look at in earlier Gurukula system, in modern day Gurukula, modern day schooling system, a child learns history, civics, geography, and science. In ancient Gurukula system, they gave Puranas for study. Purana contained history, geography, civics in some way. And the principles, tattva. So these Puranas were textbooks for Gurukula for many, many centuries. In that sense, the Puranas contain historical facts. Purana contains stories related to tattva, which gives a meaning of Vedic gods, and also geography and history. For example, Bhagavata Purana will have Harivamsha, which must be about 70-80 kings which were there before Krishna. So Purana, in a sense, was a school textbook for ancients, which involved multiple subjects put together. Do you have a question? Tattvas explained in terms of characters are based on vision of rishis. They're not imagination. That's a
Okay.
the vision can happen when you tune your mind to a subtle plane. They can see these devatas that they have explained in terms of